Hi everybody, welcome to the QB School. I am JT O'Sullivan. Today, you knew it was coming. Tua, great comeback, big win, fired up to break this one down. Let's dive into it. Welcome to the QB School. Before we dive into the video, a quick reminder, we have revamped the Quarterback School Patreon community. It has never been cheaper. We've never offered more content. So if you love the Quarterback School channel, you want a way to support, you want additional content, you want to know what it's like to be in an NFL quarterback room, get all sorts of nuance, detail about the position, about offensive football, hop over to the Quarterback School Patreon community. I sincerely appreciate it. The link is in the description. As for this video, let's dive into it. All right, Tua, have yourself a day. My goodness, first one right here. We're going to go old Tua, throwback Tua, RPO Tua. Nice job finding the soft spot. I feel like everybody in the league is running this RPO. Little zone read to our left, reading the C-gap player. It's not there. We've got three good options. Again, what Tua does well, don't think anybody can argue here. Get the ball out quickly, be decisive. So what exactly are we doing here? This is going to be where the ball ends up going on this kind of slant post feel route. We're going to get this fast rail or wheel. We're going to get the sneak flat coming back across, and then we're going to read the C-gap defender. So whoever shows up in the C-gap right here. If this person dives down and goes tackle the back like they do here, a lot of teams will allow the quarterback to run. We've also got, again, in the flat, slant, and wheel. So great job kind of spacing the field vertically, horizontally, take advantage of the RPO run game. And that's it. And again, why he does this so well, obviously the guy's wide open, but watch how fast it comes out of his hands. Boom, right on him. Waddle right here. Many of the perimeter guys all day, wide open throwing to. Big separation, explosiveness on the perimeter. Again, getting your fast guys going downhill on the move. Love it. But there were certainly some concerning throws early. This first interception right here. Just trying to force the ball for me. I think that there are some elements of it. This is going to be nitpicky and probably will hurt some people's feelings, but the wide receiver needs to come back to the ball. The quarterback is probably forcing the ball. I don't think he does himself any favors here with the movement that they're asking him to do off this play fake. So when he's changing the launch point here, makes it really difficult to see the safety, but you have to see the safety. So concept-wise, what's going on? When we get to the top of this thing at the bottom of the screen, we kind of widen at the top. We need the wide receiver needs to hit this thing and beat the DB back. So if there is space, so let's just use these landmarks. If we're right here coming out of this route, coming back to the quarterback, we want to keep coming back. You want to maintain the space away from this guy. If you just get to the top of your route, stop your feet, and then slowly come back, and the DB's behind you, he can then cut this thing off, which he does right here. And it can be a force ball. And it can be a difficult drop pass pro to move a little to your right, come back and throw left. But what I do like is look at the anticipation. Separated right there. The wide receiver's not out of his break at the 15 yet. Hey, look where that safety is that picks him off. And this acknowledged some nice safety play. There's certainly some questionable safety play later in this game. So to make that play on that ball, really nice. But could the wide receiver come back even more? Come back to the ball. We're settling. We're stopping. We're putting our hands down like landing gear. Keep those arms pumping through it. Now, does he slip a little bit right there with his left foot? Maybe. Come back, play defense if you have to. Unfortunate, probably forced. If anything here, off this play fake from the back, I would love to see him get his eyes back around. You can see his helmet. See his helmet stripe? A few times he does a little bit too much with his eyes in this game. So doesn't get his eyes back to the left. Off the launch point here, off this play fake, now he's essentially over the guard tackle area to the right to come back and throw to the left. Just hard to do. Got a big old purple people eater coming right down at you. I know that's a different team, but still a lot of purple bearing down on you. And that's a nice play, but man, we got to come back to the ball on the perimeter. And he slips, okay? Don't freak out. So to have the kind of day that Tua had, 6 touchdown passes, great comeback. You're going to have to put yourself in a little bit of a hole. This one, the route from the number 2 receiver at the bottom, what most people call a little stick nod. Now, normally, I would say you would not get this thrown like this with a middle field post player. But because of the weapons on the perimeter for Miami, there is a more than a normal kind of space and gaps to be able to throw the ball above beyond the second level. So watch 32 in the middle of the field. Tua's going to look off to our right. So when you look off to our right, you don't really ever look off to our right to throw what is essentially a nod route at the bottom, a little stick nod. Now 6 needs to keep his feet. But Tua this is, I think, an element of what Tua does really well, his instincts, his natural feel, the accuracy, to be able to throw this guy down. So what I mean by that is there's a lot going on here. So hold up for a hot second. We're going to come up right here and make this thing look like stick. So we're in the flat, and there's the stick. From here, we're going to hit the nod. Normally, if you catch middle field closed, this nod is more like a seam out here to stay away from that middle field player. But because this middle field player is so deep and Tua does a good job, I've never been anywhere where they coach you to eye the opposite side of the nod. Normally you want to eye the double move in zone. So you want 6 right here to try to undercut this stick, and then you put it right on him up the seam. But right here, this thing goes almost inside, and he throttles him down in front of a middle field close player. This is a big window, but this is not normally how this throw is made. So I think it's a combination of more impressive and just a little concerning because you don't usually see it done like this. When you look safeties off and it works, it's outstanding, and it creates massive plays like this. My only concern, just like the last interception, the next interception will show not seeing the safety can lead to disaster also. So one more time, watch Tua's eyes, watch the helmet stripe. Work to our right with a little shrug. Did it? And see what it does to 32, how far out of the middle he is. Then we're able to throw it kind of in that middle hook area, not get a hit on the safety. Look how much space the guy's got, 5 yards open. And it turns into a big play because of the accuracy, the feel, the instincts from Tua. Next one here, first touchdown. I love the design here. Okay, we're using Tyreek Hill as a decoy. We shift him into the backfield. Everybody look at him. We're going to hand him the ball, go run sweep. No, we're not. We're going to run tunnel up top. Again, I don't think anybody's questioning Tua's accuracy in these screen game, low intermediate passes. Perfect. I love the design again. Tyreek Hill, look at me. I'm going to the right. Yeah, over there. Quick flash fake. Get our big guys out in front. Again, look what it does to 32 on the right. Too easy. Whew. Big collisions out there on those tunnel screens. One more time, full speed. Shift, play fake, quick flash fake, flip it out, get our big offensive linemen going out to block DB types. Good matchups. Nice job by the big fellas. Again, great design, nice execution from the quarterback, getting it to our fast guys in space, going downhill. Again, just the subtle details here of the plan, how you see them using Tyreek Hill even as he doesn't touch the ball. A major impact on the game plan, on these touchdowns. This next interception is tough. To me, this is a corner up top. And Tua versus split field safeties is not sure who he's necessarily looking off to our right. Essentially, to me, he's just throwing this blind. This isn't there, was never there. And again, just watch the helmet stripe. It'll be to our left. No. Chuck it. So I'd say you can get away with that type of throw most times versus middle field close because that will impact the safety. But when there's a half field safety, so if we're going to run what I'm going to call a corner up, 7 up here, and there's a half field safety over the top of this, he's not going to bite on any sort of movement by the quarterback this way. His responsibility is that half field. He's going to try to keep staying deep over the top and wide. Now, I think it's, again, I really don't like living in the clicker marker world, but he's looking over here. This curl hook is wide open. This is a forced interception. This is just one of those things you just don't have to do. Again, watch that safety up top. He never gets his eyes on that safety. That thing is never there. And then if you were to work the bottom, he's staring at the bottom and the curl's still wide open. There's no one around Tyreek Hill for 5 yards. So that part of it is unfortunate. Who knows what the read is here, but I can tell you, you don't want to throw double moves to half field safeties that are been over the top. No one bites on the fake. I get why you're looking off. You're normally going to look off safeties in middle field close coverage. So watch 32. When he gets out of the screen to our right, he's not impacted by that look off. What you do when you look off there is you don't see the defender. You don't see the DB. It's different versus split field coverage. Versus middle field closed, sure, look him off, let it rip. Split field, you got to see the safeties. This next one here, 3rd and 14. Now we're into the third down touchdowns. This is an absolute dime to the tight end up top. High back 5, absolute clinic. Now, drop 9, don't see that very often either. But this is Tua at his best. I'm not even going to talk about the dance. Tua at his best. It's like 7-on-7 Tua. Clean pocket, accurate. That's like an alley-oop from half court. The field goal post is 10 feet, 9.5 feet. Throw it right there. Go get the volleyball player to go make the play. Now, really love the design here too. I'm going to call this an iteration of Red Tampa 2. So what does that mean? That just means they're playing the shell of Tampa 2 in kind of the red zone where it's more of like a sink, almost like a fence, drop 5. So this, what I'm going to call the middle of the linebacker types, those 3 players, he's got that deep hook. And what we're going to do is we're going to run someone right in front of him inside the goal line, and then we're going to run somebody right behind him. And it's just a high-low. Now that looks like a great play. Well, that's way down the field. It's really hard to get that normally. But when you only rush 2 and you drop 9, it's always going to be open in the high back 5. The high back 5 is always open. It's very rare that this type of ball would ever be covered. This is Tua taking advantage of a really nice play call, great design. Again, watch that middle backer type. He's going to gravitate to the cheetah right over his head. But it's the accuracy that makes it happen. And it's a hell of a catch. It can be both, but it's a better ball than anything else. And again, probably the last time they see drop 9. Dime. Awesome play. Next one, 1st and 10. This is a big play action dagger at the bottom of the screen. This is just wide ass open. There's just no excuse. It starts to feel like Baltimore is starting to feel the effect of what this perimeter speed looks like. Again, like the design, little counter pass. Again, the definition of WAO. Very rare to see guys this wide open, but when you have 2 crazy fast guys going down the field, it's going to create this kind of space underneath. Just a great job by Tua. Nice play call. Take advantage of what the defense has given you. And again, acknowledging the fact it's crazy open, but they've got crazy speed on the perimeter. This is what it is. This is what it's supposed to look like. You just appreciate it and let it wash over you. Halftime, you dig the channel and you haven't already, please subscribe, hit the bell, get the notifications. It lets you know when we go live, when we put out new content. I certainly appreciate the support for the channel. We've also got the Quarterback School Patreon community, the Quarterback School courses. We've got a bunch of additional free resources. All of those things can be found in the video description. I certainly appreciate you checking all of them out. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. As for this video, let's keep it going. Next one here, play action counter pass. There were a bunch of throws like this. This is one of the few that I'm going to put on here. Not necessarily a massive play, but I just want to highlight what I love here from Tua. This is a window throw. So look when he goes to let this thing go. And then the ball, the lane, you can see the defender. He's got his hips going this way, right? Looking this way. Well, the ball's going to go in this lane. before the next second level defender gets there. So you get this window to be able to drive this thing in there, and you got to protect him. But again, his hands are separated. He's throwing this right now. He's throwing him into it. This is what anticipation, throwing guys open means. Multiple windows to be able to get this thing in there. And again, if it was 5 years ago, maybe that's an ambulance shot. Nowadays, it's not even a tackle. Barely. So again, from within the pocket, from under center, play action. What's it going to look like? Tua can't do it. Play action, over the ball, accuracy. Accuracy trumps a lot of issues. Now the other thing, pay attention to, look at the back. This is counter pass. Watch the back, abort the fake, go block the DB type. So normally the back would be faking this thing. You can see Tua put out the ball like he's going to fake it. You abort the fake. We're not going to fake it. We're going to go right into our blocking assignment. Secure the blocking assignment. Got it. Love it. Big time. 3rd and 2. This is Tua just creating. Okay, this is what healthy Tua looks like. Whoop. Super long return. This little return whip route from the number 2 at the bottom of the screen. Again, I just think it's worth acknowledging the fact that Tua looks healthy. This is what it looks like. Change of direction, quickness, vision, get outside the pocket, off platform, great vision, super accurate throw. To the number 2 down here at the bottom. Watch him run this return. Out, in, and then he just keeps coming. Bring it all the way across. Never give up. Great separation. Tua creating, nothing there. Out of structure. Looks healthy. Got speed on the perimeter. Got help. Love it. Love it. Showing some instincts. Outstanding. Next one here. Another one of my favorite throws that just kind of get washed over in this game. A slant up top. Tua manipulates the flat defender. Back in the day, we had a different term for what this used to be called, but we'll call this eye manipulation. Okay, it rhymed with duck. Great job here. Move them, rip it. Maybe he threw it too hard. Is Tua throwing the ball too hard? Is that the new narrative? Watch this thing up top, what it does to the flat defender. Whoop. So again, Tua's shoulders are going to impact this player right here. He's going to come up, take his one-step drop, and everything's looking this way. What that's going to do is get this guy going this way, and then we're going to throw a slant right behind it to a wide open window. And maybe if Tua threw it softer, this would be easier to catch. Again, catch it with your hands. But this is on the body, on the break. Great base. Great understanding of using your shoulders, your eyes to manipulate zone defenders. Do work. Tua locked in. Appreciate it. Oh. Again, you see the twitch? How fast and explosive it looks? Boom. Zoom. Fortunate that it didn't get picked, but that's certainly not on Tua. Next one here, touchdown pass, 3rd and 10, bottom of the screen. We get a little fire zone pressure, 3 deep. I guess 3 deep. 50-yard plus bomb. Poor 14 getting exposed here a little bit. Guys are faster. No, the ball's a little bit underthrown. But Tua looks pretty good. Moving around in the pocket, buying enough time, beating pressure. What's the book on Tua? We're going to pressure the hell out of him. He's going to make bad decisions. Doesn't have the arm to hurt us. No, it did go. It was a little underthrown. Truth hurts sometimes, but still 50-plus yards. I love the pocket movement. See the pressure from the right. Blocked up enough. I think the back's going to come over and save us also. Off the landmark, not a statue. Got him. Out throwing the coverage. Next touchdown, 3rd and 6. Blown coverage up top. It's hard to play cloud corner if there's no safety over the top. Now, sometimes you just got to take advantage of a blown coverage. Not much more to say than that. Then you got to make your layups, and they do right there. Nice job seeing it. Again, I love the aggressiveness of the play call, but we got guys playing out of position. I'm guessing someone just doesn't know what position they're playing that's out there. Miscommunication. Touchdown, Dolphins. But that's as wide open as you're going to get to one of the best players in the league. Some bad ball. Next one there. Now we're hot. We get hit hot. 14 from the heavens, 6 from middle linebacker. We're going to throw this post slant. Now it's a better catch than a throw, but I love the fact that we have hot answers. Watch 14 coming from the heavens, trying to time up our silent count. The back cuts 14. 6 is free. We beat it with timing. We beat it with execution. We beat it because we've got a really special player on the perimeter that can make this catch. But again, free runner in the A-gap. Not normally what you want. You got to get the ball out hot. Watch Tua's base. Nothing close to a heel click. Decisive. Now, a better ball here. Maybe it's even a bigger play. But when does he let this thing go? Y'all, that is anticipation. When you live in a world of anticipation, okay, I acknowledge this is not a great throw as far as what happens here ending this thing up. There's a safety out of the picture here. When you throw it this early, okay, and you got guys unblocked in your face running through the A-gap, not everything's going to be perfect on time all over the place with your accuracy. But the decisiveness, the operation of the offense here, the operation of the offense is as good as you will ever see. Ball out to our best player, space, downhill. This is outstanding. This is what quarterbacking looks like at a high level. High anticipation, right into pressure, get the ball out, let your guy go make a play, and that's a hell of a catch. Next one here, 2nd and 1. Now this is a run, split flow inside zone. I put it on here because when I was watching this game on the TV broadcast, I was yelling, play action. 2nd and 1, play action, play action. This ends up being one of my favorite calls of the game. I know this isn't OC school or coach school, but just appreciating here, split flow inside zone versus this mint tight front. Okay, they've been, for some reason, playing a lot of man coverage. So what is split flow inside zone? That means that we are going to get on our tracks, get on our tracks, get on our tracks, get on our tracks. We're running zone. And we're going to have this tight end type, sniffer type, come back and block the last man on the line of scrimmage here. He's got 6. Well, normally you would do the math and be like, that's not that great, right? Like just do the box count here real quick. 5, 6, 7. We've only got 5 in the run blocking unit. Well, this is man-to-man. So when the tight end goes to do his split flow action, it brings 36 with him. So 36 is never in this. So pretend 36 isn't here. Now this looks like a hell of a run. We're here. We're here. The guard does a great job reaching the 0. The center has nobody to block. We could have gave the ball to the center. He might score. He just seals this thing. We get the backside reach, and we're off to the races. This is an awesome call versus man coverage. Whoop. Again, watch 36 go with the sniffer. Watch the center reach and climb to no one. And there's no one. That's a great call. That is really a phenomenal call. My favorite call of the game, really. Last touchdown here. This is a great job finding Waddle. This is, again, the Tyreek Hill effect. He's getting doubled in the red area. Beautiful throw again. The accuracy up high. Give your guy a chance to go make the play. Tua, just with a really impressive performance. Excited for him to look healthy. Excited for him to have some perimeter weapons. To use his instincts, his feel, his accuracy. Just really nice. So if we're watching Waddle up top, he's the number 2 receiver in the slot. He's going to go out there, and this looks like they're trying to get a pick for the outside wide receiver up top. You can see Tyreek Hill getting doubled down here to the bottom. Really tripled. Not sure that's the coverage that you want to be in. But when we're watching Waddle up top, so he's trying to get this pick. And this is what special athletes look like. So he's coming up here. Looks like he's trying to get a pick for the outside receiver. It's not there. This is nothing. There's nothing there. When he gets through his kind of, I'm going to get a rub, Okay, now it's not here. There's a defender right here with him. The thing that separates Waddle from a lot of guys is the acceleration, the change of direction from this position this way, and just leaving this cat in the dust. So just watch the separation of Waddle here to be able to create space. Creating space like this in the red area, really hard. Whoop! See that acceleration away? Right? This acceleration away. I mean, look at the space he's got. There's no space like that anywhere else on the field. Tua does a great job climbing, moving in the pocket, keeping his eyes down the field, and making the game-winning play. Just a combination, a cocktail right now with Miami as far as them coming into their own offensively with Tua and his accuracy, with this explosiveness down the field, just big plays, fight back, a lot to love. So that is a wrap. Tua, week 2, big comeback versus the Ravens. Obviously, a lot to love. The touchdowns, the resiliency, the way that they were able to come back, take advantage of some blown coverages down the field, certainly, but create explosive plays. And I think for me, the things that are the big takeaways are that Tua looks healthy. He looks like he's getting that kind of his elements of his game that I loved in college, which were his instincts, his accuracy, his ability to create a little bit from within the pocket and get those off-platform throws that he can use his vision coupled with the great accuracy to really put a lot of stress on a defense. Now, he might not necessarily be able to take the top off as far as throwing the ball 70 yards, but we see the big throws over 50 yards. We see the double moves down the field. We see the multiple window throws. We see him playing under center. We see him in play action. We see him still sprinkling in some RPOs. And I think when you put all those things together with a more pro-style comprehensive run game, I think the Miami Dolphins and what they're doing offensively are one of my favorite early stories in the season. So excited to see more, excited to see what it continues to evolve as. But man, what a game, what a big-time performance. So excited that you hung on and shared it to the very end. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. I sincerely appreciate it. I will see you next time. Have a good one.